Yo, 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 what's going on, everybody? What's going on, everybody? What's going on? Sorry about that. Welcome, everybody, to the new episode of the SVR podcast. First off, how you guys doing? Yeah, I know. I already saw it now. How you guys doing? Our co-host, he is not here, unfortunately, because he's moving out to different states. So yeah, that's all I gotta say. But I hope everyone's having an amazing day, afternoon, or evening, whatever you're coming in from. We are back, ladies and gentlemen. We are back. After a year, I was away for a while. I was more focused on my own projects, especially my music. On top of that, I was, attending one of our neighbors' weddings. So life got pretty busy for a while. So I do apologize, everyone here, for the long break. But I'm excited to finally be back behind the mic. Let's go.
Let's go.
So, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to introduce today's guest. So, our guest is a young artist, rapper, and singer, and who started creating and releasing his own music about 2 years ago. Made his channel in 2021 with over 1.2k subscribers. A lot of his content revolved around the time gaming videos and YouTube shorts, with several of those shorts reaching one of the most highest view counts on his channel ever. And then he decided to shift his focus towards what he's truly passionate about, making music. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to today's guest, Little Sauce. What's up, man?
What up, guys?
What's up, man? How's it going? How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm excited. I'm all energetic already.
Yeah, I'm excited too. First podcast ever.
Hey, that's what's up, man. That's what's up.
Yeah. All right. What's the question?
All right, so Little Sauce, here's how today's interview is gonna work. I'm gonna be asking you like 10 questions, all in like chronological order.
All right.
I'll basically ask you more about your music journey, your transition from your gaming, from you doing gaming shorts to now doing music, etc., etc. So it's mainly more about music related.
Yeah.
So without any further ado, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. So now, of course, everyone starts from the bottom. You're out here trying to find your own sound, getting comfortable on the mic, figuring out how to write better lyrics, tightening up your vocal delivery, learning how to record and mix properly, and trying to link up with other artists so others can relate, join the journey, help each other out, and see you grow, just like the ones who are going to succeed too as well. So let me ask you this, Little Sauce. When did you first fall in love with rapping and singing? Was there was there a pivotal moment that made you realize, yeah, this is it. This is where I want to grow as both as a person and an artist?
Yeah. So funny story. Kind of like how my dad introduced me to rap is one day I was driving home from football practice and he had a Eminem song with I forget what his name is, but it was a song from the Fast and Furious movie,
Mm.
and I loved it, and I like played that like every day for like so long. But then like a couple years later, like I would say 2 years later, fourth grade is when I like first really like made a song, and
Mm.
I just kind of like fell in love with it. I don't know.
Uh, and did you start like doing your research, like how you like write songwrite lyrics, and like by looking up on YouTube, obviously for tutorials?
Yeah, funny story about that. I don't know, since I ever started making music, I just always freestyled cuz what I used to do like before I really like recorded music and posted it, I would like get my headphones on and I would just like I would have like one ear plugged and one ear not plugged and I would just like rap to a beat that I found on
Mm.
YouTube and I would do that like every day. So
Um,
yeah, but yeah, the way that I started music on GarageBand, and I just would get like I would go on
mhm.
Spotify because I didn't have YouTube Premium, and basically the way that I recorded, I couldn't be in the YouTube app, so I basically just got beats from Spotify, and I would just freestyle to them. So yeah,
I mean, freestyle is very difficult to do if you think about it from like a technical standpoint. Like when you try to like get in the thought of the brain of like, hey, let me think off the top of my head what rhymes with brain with sane, or
yeah,
let's think of like the skull, like, and think of the scheme. It's difficult. It's difficult from a complex rapper standpoint. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
it takes
yeah.
time.
Yeah, it was really hard when I first started. Like, if you go back to my old stuff, you'll probably like from my first album, you could probably like find stuff where I like just don't rhyme and I kind of just like mumble a little bit in the background.
That's funny because I also started when I was like, uh, I was also in the same position where I I I didn't freestyle per se. I mostly write. It was just like I didn't. Most of my lyrics at the time didn't make any sense. Yeah, so
Yeah,
I just did this for the shits and giggles.
I feel like that's a lot of young rappers though. Everyone has a starting point, so
Yeah, everyone starts somewhere, and then eventually, with time and like as it progresses, they will get the hang of it and get used to do making music.
yeah.
Uh, Second question. So, before music became your main focus, your YouTube channel was mostly gaming videos and shorts. One of them being
Mhm.
in the gaming videos I looked up to recently was a Fortnite video,
Yeah,
and other YouTube shorts is more of like most of the stuff you find on TikTok, and you can repost it and re-upload it.
yeah.
Uh, yeah, some of those shorts actually performed really well for someone around the time your age. That's something a
Hmm.
lot of that's something a lot of people will probably stick with because it's already bringing in views and attention. I mean,
Yeah,
that's kind of sadly how the algorithms work. We're referring to YouTube Shorts. Uh,
yeah.
but instead, you decided to take a different path. What made you decide to shift away from that and fully commit to music? Did it feel like you made the right move from the beginning?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of like when I first did YouTube Shorts, I like enjoyed it a lot. But then it kind of started to feel like it was just like I don't know, like it was like a job, I just didn't really enjoy doing it and it kind of felt like I had to like force myself to do it like every morning. I'd be like, "Oh, I got to post another YouTube short." You know what I mean? Like
Mm. Just for out of boredom, maybe like, let me find something that's so funny, entertaining, and do it anyway.
yeah.
That's what's up. I mean, and are you proud that you have made this decision to the point where you like, yeah, I like to do with music better because I'll show more personality.
Yeah. I also just love the community. Like I remember the first day that like, I kind of like found Keith and stuff and he like introduced
Yeah,
me to the community and I don't know, I always just like I looked up to a lot of people like, Jay Legend, K Stack, Revy, like I just looked up to like all of them. I was like a damn like I want to be like that one day.
yeah, yeah, hell yeah. because these guys have been around for quite some time, for a while.
Yeah.
So you could tell from their experience they're very skilled.
Yeah, they're very talented, yeah. It's
Speak.
just I think it's also like cool that like I never really like knew there was so much variety. Like I know so many people who like, you know, hate writing, like kind of like how I do, and then I know people who literally just write every song. And it's just like I don't know. I think a reason why I love music so much is like you can really do like whatever you want with it. You know?
Yeah, you have more freedom. It's not like you're in a major record label where you're like, oh, you don't have the creative decision to like you don't have the creative control to be able to do on your own, like recording and writing and
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah, rather stay underground and independent, guys. That's
Hmm.
much more fun.
Yeah. I don't know if I would ever like. I understand why people sign, but at the end of the day, like sometimes it just doesn't make sense.
I mean, most of it, I mean, once you go to an industry, what's the point going? Like you're not doing anything really. You're just like you're getting handed out by people and employees who work in these record labels,
Yeah.
and you don't get paid well enough. So
Yeah, like if I ever like do get big, I would never like sign a record label. I would just do it myself.
hell yeah, independent forever. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Next question. One thing I always liked about the music community is that no matter how big or small an artist is, there's always someone who inspires you or teaches you something along the way, whether it's through their music, their work ethic, or even in a conversation you have had with them. Those connections can have a huge impact on your growth.
Hmm.
Uh, I know you already mentioned these people, but who are some artists, whether they are mainstream or underground, that you have looked up to or even reached out to for advice? Have any of like those interactions changed the way you approach your own music?
Wait, sorry. Could you repeat that? I'm sorry.
Uh, the question. Oh yeah.
Just like the last part of the question.
Um. Uh. It goes. Have any of those interactions changed the way you approach your own music?
Yeah. I mean, I look up to like a lot of people in the community. I feel like mainstream people like I don't know. I feel like I don't really look up to like mainstream people. I feel like everyone kind of starts because of mainstream people. But I feel like once everyone kind of starts and gets going, I feel like the mainstream people kind of like I don't know, like people like look up to them a little bit less, you know.
Yeah,
But
for sure.
yeah, the way that I don't know, it kind of just like talking with like Keith and stuff and like just messaging K Stack and Ravi and stuff, but like also just like checking out their music. It kind of like just taught me how like there's so much levels to like, all this, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and it takes time, like it takes time to study it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, like I don't know when I'm gonna start doing like double entendres and stuff, but hopefully one day. Like soon I wanna start getting on that stuff.
Or like how people do metaphors, similes, and rhyme
Yeah.
schemes, like and overall like raw storytelling.
Yeah.
Yeah, it takes time, man. It takes time. Like I'm telling you, it takes time. Once you adapt and you do more research, I'm sure you will get the hang of it. I'm sure
Yeah.
you'll be like, all right, this is it. This is the best version I'm creating right here, right now.
Yeah. I feel like a big part of like how I make music is like I don't know, whenever I like find a beat to make a song, I kinda just like I don't really like uh I'm trying to think of what I'm trying to say. When I like get on there, like I don't really like try to like sound like somebody. I kind of just like turn on my mic and I just like rap like I don't know. It just happens. Like there's been times where like I'll like find a beat on YouTube or something like that, and I'll be like, ooh, I kind of want to like rap like this person or that person. But I feel like usually like recently I've kind of just like found a beat. And I'm like, I'm gonna just sound like myself.
Facts. Authenticity is the key, low sauce. It is the key to be more like if embrace the authentic self. You know what I mean? Like you
Yeah.
you'll be able to express what you have to say. You'll be able to showcase that there's more than just one thing.
Hmm.
So yeah. Speaking of, there's more than one thing. The next question is more mainly about your nickname. I know it might be like, it's not a big of a deal thing, but
Hmm.
maybe there is something that maybe it's for a good reason. So there's a lot of artists with similar names out there in the rap game. You got guys like Little Wayne, Little Baby,
Hmm.
Little B, Little Yachty, and plenty others. A lot of these rappers pick names that represent a stage in their life, a personality trait, or even an inside joke that ends up sticking with them forever. So,
Yeah.
what was the premise of you going with Little Sauce? Was it like an artistic choice thing because it just sounded cool and it fit your vibe, or did it just kind of happen naturally and stick with it over time?
So basically I was started, my dad was my dad was in like a group chat of all the dads from the school I went to.
Mm.
And he was in the car one day and he has like a Siri built in. And he was basically like saying something about his last name because my last name is Sauve, Sauve. But
Mm.
Siri translated it to sauce. So basically everyone would nickname like all the dads would nickname my dad sauce. So one day there was a drop off line to the school and one of the kids' dads called me Lil Sauce. And like 2 years later, I kind of it's always been an inside joke and I've always been called it. And I was kind of like, it kind of fits like a rap name. So I kind of just named myself Lil Sauce.
Yeah, so it's like oh, it's more of like an inside joke to the point where it's like you what your music your what music you're doing is like more of a it's not like your typical like rapper where he's flexing about luxurious lifestyle and
Yeah.
cars and stuff. Yeah. Hello, Aaliyah. Welcome to the live stream. Love the name.
Yeah.
I'm glad you love the name, Aaliyah.
Thank you.
Appreciate you. Okay, so this this one, this question, it might sound, this might sound a little bit, like a little salty to ask, because I know this has been a thing for a long time. We noticed that throughout the years. With
Hmm.
how when you're so talented, you start to get distracted by uh negativity kind of thing. So
Hmm.
the underground rap scene has produced a lot of credible talent over the years. Don't get it twisted. The rap scene, some of the rap scene people that we have discovered that has been tremendously well put all together. And in many ways, it's where artists have the most freedom to experiment and develop their own identity.
Yeah.
At the same time, it's always not easy to be in the communities. There can be like competition, drama, cliques, obviously, etc.,
Hmm.
etc. So from your experience, what's one thing about the underground rap scene, in your opinion, that frustrates you the most? If you could change one aspect of the culture, whether it's how artists treat each other, how music gets promoted, what it will be, and tell me why.
I feel like the thing I hate the most about this like community, like I feel like it's kind of been a thing that's gotten worse as the years have gone on. Like I feel like when I first joined, it wasn't that bad, but there was like me, there was Vertex, there was Draco. I think you might remember. I don't know if you do,
Oh yeah, I
but
do. Yeah.
yeah, but basically there was like some young rappers, but and like they were kind of toxic. But I feel like the thing I hate the most about the community now is like there's all these new kid rappers who come in and they just all they do is diss like everybody, and they don't really want to find their style of music. They kind of just like chase cloud and just piss everyone off.
Yeah, just for the sake of doing, basically. Yeah.
Yeah, like I feel like a lot of people in the community, like I don't know, I just feel like that kind of ruins the community because I feel like it's gotten just more toxic over the years.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. Like when you see something like something that is so staged that it became so real now, it becomes a big thing, and it just
Hmm.
two people are like beefing each other over whatever the heck. It's unnecessary. It's not a good environment, you know.
Yeah.
Like it could have been done better, like just like making songs, express your emotions. Like that's like we're all here to help each other out
Yeah.
as it should be. Like we're not here to tear everyone apart. Like
Hmm.
like like we gotta stay united, man. We gotta stay all together, just helping each other out, give constructive criticism, feedback, and so that way can people improve. Because
Yeah.
if you can't really give constructive criticism, what else you can improve?
Hmm. Yeah, I feel like a big like problem with the community too is like even I can admit at one point I kind of was like this for a little bit, but I feel like a lot of the community, like for the younger side or even sometimes the older side, people who are little bit on the older side will like take criticism really like strictly, like to the point where like it's like hating. Like if I don't like a song, I'll be like, oh, I think the song's just not that good or something like that. And then, it'll just be like this whole thing and they'll get mad and stuff. And I think that's just like kind of a problem.
Yeah, it becomes a problem. Like you can give an opinions, and that's totally fine. Like you could say, hey, look, here's the reason why I don't like it. We can respect your opinion. You don't. That's not hating. Like that's just your
Yeah.
personal preference. Like your personal preference. And
Hmm.
be like, hey, this song is not good because it could have been done better with the mixing, mastering. There's a lot of things that adjustments. That's criticism. That's
Yeah.
criticism. That's constructive criticism.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
There you go. Like that's that's what matters. Like take constructive criticism with a good consideration. Not good consideration.
Hmm.
With a consideration. There you go. All right. So up next, question. Um, this is one of those debates that comes all up all the time in music. Some people believe raw talent is everything, that if you're naturally gifted, success will eventually follow. Others
Hmm.
argue that consistency, discipline, and showing up every single day, which will beat talent if the talented person in particular isn't putting in work. Where do you stand on that? Do you think talent matters more than consistency, or can consistency eventually surpass talent?
I feel like I don't. This might not really answer the question, but I feel like it's kind of both. If I were to pick on like which is better, I think talent's better because, you know, no matter how much work you put in, you can always end up not really improving. There's people who, like make music for years, right? And then end up
Mm-hmm.
quitting because it's too hard. Where I feel like with a lot of like talent, usually people love to stay with it. It's a passion, but they also have more time to improve on it, right? Like for example, King Rigby, like somebody who I've talked to, he's younger. He has so much talent and he can go so much like, imagine him in like 3 or 4 years. He could be so good. But then there's people out here who take 3 or 4 years and they sound the exact same. So
Oh
I guess
yeah,
that kind of answers that.
and that's kind of what happens with every artist. Like you haven't able to change your style in like at all. I mean, there's acceptable like artists that they can be accepted and to the point where they don't really feel the need to change their style entirely.
Mhm.
Like for example, Nas, not the other Nas, but Nas, the old
Yeah.
school rapper. He hasn't changed his music style. His music style has always been like boom bap and overall storytelling,
Yeah.
lyricism, and his voice inflections hasn't been also changed either. So people love certain artists that will stick to one style of music.
Yeah, yeah.
But then there's people who will be like, we want something different from you. Like you will still have your voice, still have the same voice, but we want something like something that you haven't really rapped on at all or haven't seen at all.
hmm
So
Yeah, I feel like I don't know. I feel like that's something that's like I feel like the hardest part about like music is not even like the fact of like making it big, but once you're big to like sustain it. I mean, like if you look at, I feel like a lot of the newer rappers recently just like have who have gotten bigger and blown up all over a song, kind of like fall down 2 years later. I mean,
mhm,
like for example, like Ice Spice or like Lil Mabu or like
mhm,
Lil Tay. Like there's just more people who are like I don't know. It feels like they have like 1, 2 hit songs. They're up for like a year and a half, and then after that, they just never make a hit song again, and everyone just like forgets about them. And I feel like that's like the hardest part, and it's like making like the same sound that sounds familiar. It's like just really like I feel like it's hard to keep fans, enjoyable, which is why like I think that's like the hardest part is getting your fans to stay because sometimes there's rappers who can, have the same style and stay with it forever, like Nas and stuff, and it'll work
mhm.
out. Or there's people who will have the same style and people will get too repetitive of it and then they'll just not like it anymore.
No, we're not like it, because we have heard it from like years and years ago.
Yeah.
Um, and about the thing, it's more like one to hit songs. It's we could say, I mean, you could say it's one hit wonders because that applies to the major artists out there. Because if you're known
hmm
for one music artist, you do a certain style and something that's will trend and pop in, and to the point where it's like, oh, you're forgettable. Like even when you try something new, like I said, it is like people will just not gonna like it. Not everyone's gonna like it, obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah. Next question. Sorry for going on a tangent on that one.
Oh, you're good.
So making music isn't always easy, obviously, for new artists and experienced artists in general too. There will be moments where inspiration starts to be dry. You know what I mean? Your tracks
hmm
don't sound like what you heard in your head. The views don't reflect the work you put in, and life outside music gets heavier and heavier, and you get so easily distracted you have lost sight of what you're supposed to be doing. But
Yeah.
despite that, you keep going and show up anyway because you care.
Mhm.
Uh, so
Yeah.
um, what I'm asking is, so what motivates you to keep creating even when things get difficult? Is it your passion for your music, your supporters in particular, or the desire to prove something to yourself?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like proving something to myself is like something that's big. I don't know. I love when I can make a song and then after I make the song, I can just listen to it over and over again. Cause, I'm a really big music guy and I love music. But whenever, like, I feel like I always kind of go through a point where, like, I'll love this new song that comes out from a mainstream artist or something. And then it kind of just, like, gets old and then there's nothing new. And I'm like, damn, I kind of want some new music. So I'll either like tune into somebody from the community or I'll just make some music, So that's a part of it. But it's also because I just love making music, I just music's kind of my escape from reality. So I can just like go
Facts.
there when I'm like stressed out and when I'm just like tired and I have nothing else to do. But also when I'm bored, I can also just, make a song real quick and then, I'll be entertained for the next 2 days playing it.
Yeah, you just have to make sure you have it write it down in your notepad on your phone, so that way you have it saved and you didn't
Yeah.
forget about what you were supposed to be working on.
hmm
That's what's up. Now,
Yeah.
this is something that because I've seen the community post, uh, the um, the anticipation project that you'll be dropping tonight.
Yeah.
Tonight, let's talk about your upcoming project, man. Because I know you got an album on the way. Last
Mhm.
Rites, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And you posted up the track list. I've seen is like 10, 11 tracks, and there's some of the familiar features. They already mentioned already the people,
Yeah.
and I could tell from like from the way you structure like the how the anticipation is going to go. I could tell you got put a lot of work and time and effort into making this project, trying
Yeah.
to feel complete in a way.
Yeah,
Uh,
the biggest passion I had to make this album was
yeah,
that I feel like my last album, like I liked my last album, but I feel like I kind of let people down. Like people were
mhm.
like didn't think it was a good album, and I kind of just I don't want to end this like year having it be my year where like I just want to like go out with a bang and like show people like oh I can really like make music like that for real. So yeah,
But
but
yeah,
it's also kind of just fan service. I just there's people out there who like do like my music and they want to hear me just rap, right? So that's why I just made this album because I feel like I haven't really had an album where I just fully rap and just give it my all. So yeah.
now what I'm asking is, what can people expect when they press play on Last Rites? Is this gonna be your most ambitious and personal project yet in terms of the production, lyricism, obviously, storytelling, and the overall message?
Yeah, I feel like it's definitely the best lyrically, flow wise it's the best, beats wise it's the best. It has the best features, obviously. I think the vibe on the album's really good. I really like the vibe on it. Even though it is a full rap album, there's a little bit of variety from rap. There's some different styles. I can't reveal it yet, but
Yeah, yeah.
if you listen to it, you'll find out. But yeah, I mean, I'm just like really excited for it to drop because it's just like something I've like really poured my heart into. So yeah.
Well, I hope he did like because obviously in the last album, the man is there was at one point there wasn't a high expectation, but then that expectation turned down.
Hmm.
But I'm really excited for it. I'm really excited to listen to it on my spare time. Really, I love the album. The last album was a solid project for me.
Hmm.
There's like few songs I didn't like. It's mainly personal preference thing. There's certain music styles
Yeah.
that it will take me a while to like because that's kind of like how it is like when you're listening to an album from every artist really is you expect them to go like in a conceptual album as an example you expect it to be in the same theme same theme
Yeah.
and same kind of songs that you would hear and it takes time like it will grow on you.
Hmm.
Like obviously in the first listen you might not have the best experience. But then eventually on afterwards, like at least three, four, five, six times at least, when you listen to in the project, then you're like, oh, this song is growing on me. This song is I like it more, way better.
Yeah.
So
I feel like this album's gonna be like when people press play on this album, just like the expectations are gonna be like passed. I think everyone's kind of like not ready. I haven't really told a lot of people this, but the single that I dropped for my
yeah,
album about
yeah,
5 days ago,
quiet down, yeah.
yeah, yeah, quiet down. In my opinion, I think that's the worst song on the album, but that's just my opinion. So, and people still loved it, and that's why I'm just kind of like, just get your expectations ready because it's gonna probably surpass a lot of
Yeah,
people's.
it's more like when you uploaded a song like as a single and then lead up to the album. For the lead up to the album, it's more like you're warming up. You're getting your hands all warmed, and then
Yeah,
when it starts to spread out like the like wildfire on this album, it will be 10 times better.
yeah. I'm so excited to see what people think about the features, like, and just the album in general. Like, I last week when the album was basically almost finished, I was just like I couldn't wait for the album to drop. Like, I was just like, can Friday just like come now? Because I just want to see what people think.
Yeah, for sure, and I'm excited for it, man. I cannot wait to listen to it.
Thank you.
You're welcome anytime. Uh, Next question. So as an artist, having a clear vision for your future is everything. 5 years is enough time to completely change your life in this industry. You can like move from making music in your bedroom to performing for thousands? Only if
Yeah.
you remain consistent and committed to getting better every day, obviously. Um, where do you envision your music career in 5 years when you get to that point of, looking back, reflecting on your journey? Will you be proud of how far you have come?
Yeah, I think I'd be really proud of how I come. Obviously my dream is just like, I think my dream job that I would always want, like, it's just to be a music creator. Like, I love it so much, and like, it's just something I love so much where like I just want to pour everything I have into it and like give it my all, so I can do that forever.
Oh yeah. Have you ever wanted to like? Because people would be like, "Oh, okay, I'm gonna get out of this house. I will perform outside in front of thousands of people, and it will be a miracle to say the least."
Yeah. I mean, my dream, like, bro, I've always like, I don't know, sometimes when I listen to my songs, I kind of just like think about me performing, and it's just like, I feel like it'd just be like so like, it's so like cool to have so many people like know your songs and sing along. And I feel like knowing that like people would sing your songs and stuff that you wrote down and sing the words that you said is kind of just like, I feel like it's kind of just proof that you made it. So like I feel like if I did make it to that point, I would be like so thankful.
Oh yeah, and I mean, yeah, 5 years, 10 years, uh, it might take like, and you got to think about it because when you're in the stage, you obviously have to like do the practice for to remember all the lyrics.
Yeah, it's funny. That's like I feel like I usually like as you know I freestyle. I don't really write down lyrics.
Yeah,
The way that I usually remember my songs is like I said, like after I make a song, I'll just listen to it like 10, 20 times, and by that point, I just know all the lyrics. So
yeah, on top of your head, yeah, on some Juice World type ish.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah,
Uh,
Juice World. I love Juice World. He's probably my one in my top five for sure. He's so good.
top five freestylers, right?
Yeah, top five rappers of all time in my opinion.
Mm.
He's just he was so talented, and he like I feel like if he was still alive today, like he would still be putting out like I feel like he didn't reach his peak yet. Like I feel like he was just starting to reach his peak as he died.
Yeah, I mean, he started like, well, he did start making music with like a different name before Juice WRLD. He was Juice the Kid, I believe. Yeah,
Yeah,
2015. He started like freestyle all like these popular songs that were popping in, and
yeah,
then
SoundCloud era.
SoundCloud era, and then afterwards, once it got to that point of success, and obviously with record deals and other stuff, uh, he started like became big and big and big and big.
Yeah,
Like 10, 11 years is like it's a still like a solid like year when you're like starting making music. Like it's still long enough that you're like better enough to be around.
yeah.
So yeah. Um last question before we're gonna wrap it up. Um
Hmm.
so there are probably a lot of young artists watching this right now. Well, after the stream anyways. Who are in the same position, who are in the same position you were a couple of years ago. They might be writing their first songs, learning how to record, or maybe they're just too nervous to upload their music because they're worried about what people will think about them.
Hmm.
So as a motivation per se, for to try and motivate these upcoming artists, what advice would you give to those upcoming artists? What's one lesson you have learned through your own journey that you wish someone had told you when you were just getting started?
Definitely to stick with it. I think the biggest thing about getting bigger is just to stick with like what you're doing, but to also like experiment, like wander out and see what else you can do. A lot of people like they kind of just stick with something that they see is working, And like I feel like as like a young rapper, like the only way you can get better is just by like experimenting and seeing what you can do. I mean, if you look at I feel like my last two albums, Lord of One and Madness, like they're both experimenting albums. Like Ascension wasn't really an experimental album. And then the next two I experimented because you got to do something different, see what people think
Mm-hmm.
about you. Because sometimes when you experiment, you might find something that you like better, like a new style. Like my style on Madness. I don't know if you know my song, but One for Me. Do you know that song?
Yes, yes, the one that got
You know,
like 300 views, right?
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
That song, I just one day I just wanted to like try a new style, and that became a style that I feel like I kind of fell in love with, and it's just like it's one of those style of songs that I could just keep replaying, and I just never get sick of it. And I would have never found that out if I'd never tried it. So yeah, just 100% just stick with it and just don't give up is what I would say, and
Yeah.
experiment. Just find your style. That's what I would say.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like, and get to the working, man. Like when you first make music, you gotta do more research. More research. All the resources that you need. Equipment,
Yeah.
microphones, headphones, obviously, and a PC, a decent PC that could be able to, handle all the sources. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, I know what you mean.
But yeah, that's all we also have to say for that. Um, well, that was it, folks. Since people would just showed up immediately, uh, and they don't really have any, questions they ask.
Mhm.
We should just wrap it up here. Is there anything you want to say towards the outro?
Um, is there one topic I can talk about?
Yep. What's up?
Is there can I bring up one topic that I want to talk about?
I mean, sure.
What do you think about what's been going on in the community recently? About like all the
Uh,
drama?
drum. It's kind of been for me. Like it's been meh, and kind of like,
Yeah.
in my opinion, on the most unnecessary things that can happen to the community. I always say, like, because when you first set up a something that happens, it sometimes it can be staged, but then when you bring that stage into something very personal, it's just not okay. Like
Yeah.
it's just not okay. Like, yes, I know battle rap can be fun when you're not like actually like you know be you know aggressive or hateful towards one, and as long as you keep it like, all right, I'm just gonna say something that's, I don't know. To me,
I know.
yeah, it's just like I've said this before with other people. That I to me, like for me at least, it's like I'm comparing this to WWE as an example.
Hmm.
Um, Now obviously WWE is wrestling. It's the most popular federation franchise ever. Uh, a lot of people will say, these people that be doing these performance, like, doing a physical, like, one punch leg and do a flip. They will say it's
Yeah.
staged. They'll say it's staged. But then once you see them in person, it's actually real. You can see their bruises. You can literally see
Yeah.
their scars. Like you could tell these people have been practicing for so long that, yeah, it's painful. It's painful.
Yeah.
It is painful. Uh, and then you're gonna think about it also as well, like the corporation as well. It's like revolving the politics. It's like not something that I like to get into. So it's kind of like how it is with like battle rap to a certain extent. Politics. It's like the
Yeah.
sadistics of like bringing in drama just for the sake of doing and attention, and it's just
Hmm.
and it's just not okay. Like I said, help each other out is way better than tear somebody
Yeah.
down.
Sure.
So that's what I think.
All right, yeah. I mean, I would basically agree with that. I think it's fine to obviously do battle rap. I just think like when that's all somebody does and that's all they engage themselves in, I think that's
Yeah.
like it's just kind of I think it's just kind of childish because like not childish, but like it's just like they don't really want to like explore themselves in music. They're kind of just an annoying bug that's around your ear. Like
Yeah, it's not like I'm against fully entirely against battle rap. And battle rap is like as a like a hobby, as a passion. Like it could be fun when you see like movies like 8 Mile or other uh
yeah,
like battle rap videos you see that popped in your TikToks and stuff. They could be fun, as long as it doesn't really revolve, personal businesses are going around like, shanking someone or killing someone with a gun. Like that that's what I was like fully referring to.
yeah,
So yeah. but
yeah,
but that's yeah, that's pretty much what I'm thinking about a battle rap as a whole. It could be fun, but it also cannot be fun at all.
yeah. I'd agree with that.
But that was it, folks. Thank you guys for watching the SVR podcast episode. If you guys would like to see more of the episodes, which I have an episode going on next week with Aaliyah Brown that y'all see her in the chat. That's it. Love the name. Hello. uh, uh, we'll see you guys into the next one. Do like, subscribe, hit the comment, and let me know which other artist or other outside of artists who you guys want me to see me interview next. I will. All right. Stay safe, everyone, and I will see you guys in the next episode of the SVR podcast. Later
Woo.
and goodbye.